When someone says, "Tell me about yourself," what's the first thing that comes to mind? Job title and occupation? I was asked that once, and as we normally do, I rattled off my last 3 job positions. And they stopped me. And like Rafiki in Lion King, "No, who are you?" Apart from my resume, I didn't have an answer. In hindsight, I wish I had said, "I help high achievers silence self-doubt and transform their heaviest challenges into authentic power." That's what I do. And that's what I've done in every job I've ever had. I help high achievers step into their leadership, their authentic power. At that time, when I was asked that question, underneath the accolades, I had no idea. Let's talk about when the lines between who you are and what you do get blurry. And by the end of this video, I'm going to give you 3 practical tools to untangle your identity from your career. I'm Aubrey Lynch, and let me rattle off my resume. I'm a former professional dancer, Disney executive, and wellness director. And for over 40 years, I've helped high achievers silence self-doubt and transform their heaviest challenges into authentic power. Because walking with lions means knowing your title is just a costume, not the actor underneath. Let's dive in. Welcome to Season 6 of Roar. In our last episode, we explored the understudy strategy and the profound discipline of staying ready, even when you're uncalled in the liminal space of your career. Now, we need to address what happens when you finally get the call, step into the spotlight, and allow that spotlight to swallow you whole. In the theater, you may be familiar with the method actor, the performer who stays in character off stage. They adopt the thoughts, fears, and mannerisms of the role until the boundary between the actor and the character dissolves. It's celebrated as absolute dedication. When it's done well, it's amazing. But I've seen firsthand that corporate executives, educators, and high achievers do exactly the same thing in their daily lives. They put on a professional costume to navigate the world and never take it off. When I transitioned from being a dancer, a life fueled by authentic, visceral self-expression, and stepped into the role of associate producer of Disney's The Lion King, I wasn't just performing anymore. I was suddenly helping to cast, mount, and maintain productions all over the world. I was building what would become the first musical to gross $1 billion. Not $1 million, $1 billion. To survive the sheer volume of the work, the towering expectations, and the fierce personalities, I put on a heavy armor of Mr. Aubrey the director. Mr. Aubrey the director was polished, unbothered, commanding, and relentless. He had answers, he solved crises, he navigated the corporate shenanigans. But soon, I couldn't leave Mr. Aubrey the director at the office. My mood for an entire weekend could be dictated by a casting snag on a Friday afternoon. If a rehearsal went badly or a meeting went south, I didn't just feel like I had a bad day at work. I felt like I was a failure as a human being. When your identity is completely fused with your career, any threat of your professional self becomes an existential threat to your actual life. A tough meeting isn't just feedback, it's an identity crisis. This brings us to Enmeshment Theory. Originally developed in the context of family systems by psychiatrist Salvador Minuchin, enmeshment describes a relationship where personal boundaries are completely blurred, leading to a loss of autonomous identity. Today, organizational psychologists use this framework to describe career identity enmeshment. This isn't just about being passionate or driven. It's the total psychological fusion of self with role. The boundary between who you are and what you do evaporates. Your self-worth begins to rise and fall with every email, every performance review, and every box office number. The neuroscience behind this is fascinating and terrifying. Your brain literally rewires around your dominant patterns. When work monopolizes your mental and emotional energy, the neural pathways for professional thinking strengthen, while the pathways connected to your hobbies, your personal relationships, and your inner joy begin to atrophy. Psychologists call this cognitive rigidity. You literally forget how to be anyone else. This is the method actor's burden. You pour your soul into your work because you care deeply about making an impact. If your art, your business, or your leadership role completely consumes your humanity, you have nothing left to inspire anyone else with. You become an empty vessel in a nice suit, running on fumes of past achievements. There is no magical world of rainbows where you can just simply care less about a career you've sacrificed everything for. You have to actively build psychological barriers. Here are 3 tangible behaviors to help you break free from over-identification. The deroll ritual. You need a transition ritual. Create a physical trigger to end your workday. It could be changing your clothes the second you walk through the door, washing your hands and face to symbolically cleanse the day, or playing a highly specific instrumental song at the end of your commute. You must actively signal to your brain and your nervous system that the performer is off the clock. Do not skip the costume change. You are not your armor. The Who I Am list. Because cognitive rigidity causes us to forget who we are outside of our work, we have to manually reactivate those neglected neural pathways. Get out your journal and write down 5 things you love or value about yourself that have absolutely nothing to do with your career, your title, or your productivity. Are you a fiercely loyal friend? Do you have a wickedly dark sense of humor? Are you profoundly moved by a walk in nature? Read this list when the anxiety of a professional failure tries to convince you that you are worthless. You are vast. Remind your brain of that. The identity pie chart. Energy mapping. This is an evidence-based clinical exercise used by psychologists to treat career enmeshment. Draw a circle representing your core self. Divide into slices that make up your ideal, multidimensional identity. For example, friend, artist, parent, nature lover, executive. Next to it, draw a second circle called your energy map. Fill in the slices based on where your time and emotional energy actually went this past week. For most enmeshment achievers, the career slice takes up 85% of the energy map. The visual disparity between who you want to be and where your energy actually goes forces you to confront the enmeshment. To fix it, start small. Deliberately schedule protected, non-negotiable time each week to feed one of these neglected slices of your core self. Claim back your personality. I do this with my videos all the time. I'm always writing, editing, producing, and filming videos. It's my hobby. I love doing it. I love expressing myself, and it really balances all the shenanigans in the rest of my life. Your total fusion of your identity with your career isn't a badge of honor. It's a profound risk to your mental health and your authentic soul. In our next episode, we're going to explore using dissonance to drive innovation. If you ever have checked your phone on a Sunday afternoon and felt your chest tighten and your stomach turn and anxiety rise around you because you can no longer separate your worth from your inbox, please hit the like and subscribe. We're building a tribe of high achievers who are learning to reclaim their lives. One planet, one tribe, one world, one love. I'll see you there.